Let's talk about the one piece of art advice that made my life so much harder than it needed to be. My art journey would have been so much easier if I had realized sooner that this didn't apply to me. Which is an important thing to note here, is that all art advice needs to be taken with a grain of salt because your art journey is so personal to you. What works for me or doesn't work for me might not apply for you. So what you have to do is you have to try different things and figure out, does this apply to me? Am I built similarly to this teacher? So you always take all advice with a grain of salt, but it also means that you should try things first. So sometimes advice might come off as challenging for you and you might just push it away, not even give it a shot. That is not the right move. You want to take on the advice and try it. And if it doesn't work, if it doesn't make you draw more, if it doesn't make you fall in love with drawing more, if it doesn't improve in the ways that you want to improve, then put that advice aside and try to find someone else to follow, or maybe try other advice. No one's built exactly like you are built, and your life is very unique to you. So not all advice applies to everyone. So take all my advice with a grain of salt, take all art advice with a grain of salt, especially because art is so free. You can do whatever you want, but figure out what works for you, introspect, take note of the things that actually apply to you. So what I'm about to say, this piece of advice that didn't work for me, it might work for you. So give it a shot. But the piece of art advice that didn't work for me was to force myself to draw and do technical exercises, even if you didn't enjoy them. Just force yourself. The discipline is good for you. You will get better if you just push yourself. That did not work for me. I know that works for some people. For some people, they go through this phase where they force themselves to get so focused on the technical skills, and then they improve their technical skills, and then they stop doing that, and then they focus a little bit more on the creativity side. And for some people, that works. For some people, they go to art school, go through 4 years of intense practice, get high levels of drawing skills, and then they focus more on creativity later, focus a little bit more on enjoying the practice later. But this period of focus helps them get really good at the thing that they want to be good at. For me, that didn't happen. What happened for me was that I kept trying to force myself to do exercises that I didn't care about, which meant that my mind was always distracted. I didn't care for it. And therefore, none of it stuck. I spent so many years just doing exercises that didn't do anything. Like if I look at those drawings, there was almost zero improvement just because I was just going through the motions. I didn't care. I wasn't having fun. I didn't really understand why they mattered, but I was just going through the motions. Now, I'm not saying that the people that were giving this advice were saying just go through the motions. I think for them, when they forced themselves to do these exercises, they actually cared, and they cared automatically, so they don't mention the fact that you actually care about the things that you're doing. Like it's almost a given to them because that's their lived experience, which is completely fair. But for me, that did not work. So if I could go back in time, what I would do is I would tell myself to do these exercises, but try to find ways to make them fun, try to enjoy the art practice. And if I couldn't find a way to make them fun and exciting, figure out a different way to practice. Just because someone tells you that one way is very effective for learning a certain skill, doesn't mean that you have to do it exactly that way. Your joy should always come first, because the more you enjoy something, the more you pay attention to it. Think about your friendships. The people you enjoy being around, those are the people that you pay the most attention to. Your art practice is the same way. Your art practice is a friend. The more you enjoy your friend, the more you will get out of it. The more you will learn, the more things will just stick in your mind. So try to adapt a lens of love when you approach your drawing practice, and assume that there's joy to be found. I think back in the day, I assumed that everything should be hard, that you shouldn't be able to enjoy this stuff. It was not within my perspective. Like it wasn't even within my view that it was possible to enjoy these exercises, because so many people online were just saying that they were painful, it's frustrating, this and that, which is true. There's frustration there, but there is a lens where you actually enjoy it. There is a perspective where you can fall in love with these exercises and actually enjoy them. And then you speak to artists who are that way. There are artists I've spoken to and heard from who love these exercises so much, which means that they got really good really fast because they enjoyed it. They got addicted to the drawings and just had tons of fun. So that's the worst piece of advice that I followed. Feel free to let me know what advice didn't work for you in the comments section. And also, if you're interested in learning how to do intuitive drawing, check out my mindful drawing course below. We go into the personal introspection side of art. So if that is of interest to you, check out the link below because that helped me a ton. It cured me of perfectionism. So check that out. And also check out this video right here. Spend some more time with me, learn more lessons. The algorithm thinks you will enjoy this. Bye.